get started, as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. This is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Walton. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion, and right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, though.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Right side, it's Graham. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On the run, it's Walton. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Turns into the pile. Fights off a defender. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down. that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop. And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires to the tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these 2 schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Riley. Defense all over him.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Williams. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. Offense in a bunch formation. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebacker.
Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Williams to the air again. Caught. He goes down immediately, but boy, he knew where he was on the field, just enough to pick up the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Here's Williams to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. It's Anderson. Makes a grab and room to run. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback changing the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looks as if he's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Second down, going to throw it. Caught near the sideline, it's Walton. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Sees an alley, runs through a tackle, and that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last year, like this game was so close, so tight. So what's going to be the difference? A lot of times, man, it's the physicality and the run game.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Moving out to the right. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Complete to start this drive. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Quarterback will keep it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Williams. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Williams will pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Williams throws to the wideout. Complete to Williams over the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Long way to go on second down. Motion from the wideout. Out wide left, it's Danzy. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. And this guy stood in the pocket, and he took one right in the kisser and still delivered the ball.
Showed you his toughness there, Reese, didn't he? And he still had to be accurate with that throw because that was man coverage. He really had to do a good job making sure that football was put on his target.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of this drive. Left side, it's Graham. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll move the wide receiver. Drops back on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Porter. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. Making the adjustment. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Timeout, USC.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Williams looking for a man. Under pressure. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 11 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Owls coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. That's just inexcusable. A delay of game penalty there, and now it is 2nd and a mile and a half. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide left, it's Riley. At the 35, he's open. Hits the afterburners. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Williams rushes on. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the RPO got him. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. The give. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. On the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Southern Cal! That one will give them the lead. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Howie Rowe will keep us up to date. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Push is ahead. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Football is about adjustments. 1st half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. 2nd half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
Right back to it. All over him immediately.
And
man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
I'll tell you what, when the ball's tossed on the perimeter really quickly, you got to take really good angles. When I'm a safety and I'm spinning down, I'm trying to catch that guy. He's got so much space out there now. I don't have a lot of help from my defensive tackles or my defensive ends. Those are tough spots to be in. You could tell the running back won that battle, got a bunch of yards. Nice positive play for this offense.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. They're all over it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also, because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 92, set to advance on the football.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Riley. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Taylor wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Trojans will line up to punt it away.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on 3rd down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up 4th down.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught, it's Gilbert. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got it! Touchdown! Fighting Irish! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. They'll try to blast their way in. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the Trojans in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They give it back to him. They were all over it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Changing the routes with his receivers. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Fourth down, Williams. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you've put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
From the gun, it's Walton. Driven back.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. DB's right up on the receivers. Might as well run him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. About 57 left.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the 1st down, and it's a 4th down decision time coming.
Oh, and the defense, they rise up to the challenge in a critical moment in this game. 3rd down, trailing by a possession late. They had to find a way to force an incompletion. They've now done that, and they're hoping the punt team trots on the field because they can sense victory on the horizon.
And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Williams. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Motion from the wide receiver. Left side, it's Williams. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
It's Williams again. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Throwing, Williams. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Caught in the backfield. It's Anderson. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's changing the play. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Finds him out of the backfield. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Taylor wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it comes up empty there, but that's exactly what this offense needs to keep doing, man. Keep throwing the football. Like, don't quit. Don't give up. I know you're down a couple of possessions, but you want to show your team, man, that we're always going to fight no matter what the scoreboard is. That's what we are. That's who we are. We're competitive, and we're going to keep getting better, and that's the goal of this squad.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Left side is Anderson. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Looking for the two-point try. He'll set up to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jewel Shillelagh. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.